Alright, Lexus had a flat tire and it was out of gas. So, yeah. Okay, so had to check all the pressure on the tires. One of the tires went flat. It had been a little low when I got it back from the shop anyway. But anyway, aired all the tires up, checked all the pressures in them, and little Riley here is helping me. Yes, she is. Her so pretty. Yeah, she's such a pretty little dog. And anyway, so gonna check the oil a little bit because we have leaked a little bit off and on. That's not all at one time. It's just for moving the car. I'm bringing it back under here, but the oil filter relocation is leaking, and I still haven't had the time to check it yet. So I feel like it's probably because one of those lines or fittings is loose. But we're gonna do that. Going to check the spark plugs today. It breaks up a little bit when you're driving it, and so I feel like either they're not gapped correctly or it could use some new ones. So we're just gonna go buy some new ones because they're cheap anyway. Use the NGK copper plugs. They're a step colder than the factory ones, and they work really well under boost. So we're gonna get some new ones to try to gap them down, and because I believe these are slightly tighter gap than stock ones, the ones that I put in here, and I need to gap some new ones down to 0.25 to 0.28. And it is extremely hot today. The Lexus was out of gas because I have been putting gas in it and taking it around the neighborhood and everything to test it out and see if it runs any bit better, and I end up running it out of gas because I love to stay in boost, and so the 1 gallon of gas that I put in it never really lasts very long. But anyway, we're gonna change the plugs in it sometime today and also take it to town and put some more gas in it. And let's see, what else is there? Oh yeah, it's parked like this because I had to clear out a space right here to park the FRS long ways through here because the FRS got hit the other day. Said it at the end of my last video. I got hit by an idiot not paying attention. He backed straight into the side of my car when I was leaving Chick-fil-A, and he admitted complete fault. So I mean, it is what it is. But we're going back and forth with this insurance right now. I'm supposed to hear something back this weekend or Monday. There was an investigation because his insurance, the police officer working the wreck, who was also not very good, didn't even take his insurance information because his card had expired 2 months before. Yet he swore he still had insurance, yet the police officer would not take his information, so I did not get his insurance information at the wreck because the cop told me to leave. And so, yeah. Did end up calling State Farm because I remember that's what the guy said he had, and we ended up having to run like an investigation and a check and everything like that. And anyway, they called me yesterday and came back and told me that they did in fact find a truck with that VIN number registered, but it's registered in somebody else's name, so there's just this shit going on. So I don't know when I'll hear back about it. I don't know when I'll get a rental car. But anyways, the FRS is going to be gone for a little bit. Oh yeah, and another thing, my mom decided she wanted to take her car mud riding. We were all parked kind of crazy yesterday, and she parked right over there in the grass. She decided she wanted to go out and around through the yard, and it rained a lot yesterday, so the yard was a little soupy, and she ended up getting bogged down over there. We had to pull her car out, but it sunk to like the bottom of the, it sunk probably 3 or 4 inches down. I mean, you see how high up the mud went on the rim. So anyways, I just find that funny. So yeah, that's what we're doing today, guys, so stay tuned. Alright, so to start, we're going to move the Lexus under the carport. Let's see if she'll crank first try. Feel a bump. Okay. Hang on. It's acting like it wants to rev a little bit better. Did tighten the throttle cable up a little bit, so that may have something to do with it, in the fact that it has fuel now. Turbo spool sounds awesome. I don't know if you guys can hear that through the GoPro. Anyways, it sounds badass and I love it. Just can't wait to get the air fixed, but not sure when I'm going to be able to do that, as I don't have another car as a backup to tear into this car. So AC will get fixed sometime soon, and power steering shortly after that. But anyways, we are going to go and change clothes and start working on the spark plugs. Okay, what's up guys? So I'm the ultimate working douchebag right now. Got my Batman workout shirt on and my flip-flops. So, we are going to take the plugs out of here. Aren't we, Riley? Yep. Okay, so, let's see. Last time I changed the plugs in this car was probably when I did the motor swap, when the motor was still out of the car. That was probably sometime, I think, around November-ish of 2016. So it is probably due for some, even though the swap probably only has about 5,000 miles on it. So yeah, but it's been sitting a lot. I had a lot of troubled starts during those times, running rich, etc., etc. So the plugs may be washed out. I don't know, but we're gonna see. So stick around. One of the benefits of running the GTE motor instead of the regular GE motor is how much easier it is to change the plugs, because the intake runs over the valve covers on the stock GE motor, and so you can access all this stuff way easier on the GTE motor. So yeah. Okay, so we got the plugs out and the results are not very good, so bear with me. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but do you see how nasty each of these combustion chambers are? I did vacuum through here, but there's oil, gas, and whatever else. And so let's take a look at the plugs, shall we? These are not supposed to look like this. These are extremely black. This one has oil on it, like liquid pulled up oil. So yeah, not very good. So we're definitely gonna get new plugs. I'm gonna take a shop towel and I'm gonna try and wipe that oil out of the spark plug valley and go from there. So I think my valve covers are leaking. I may not have put them on correctly when I painted them, so that's not very good. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that, and then one of these days I have to get some new valve cover bolts and valve cover gaskets and redo that as well. But anyway, that's what we're about to go do. About to run to the parts store. I've got the coil packs here too. They're also kind of oily, so I'm going to clean all that stuff up, and then we're going to go get some new plugs, try to gap them down as best as we can, and go from there. Alright peeps, so went to AutoZone, got some new plugs. Got some NGK 4644s. I believe these are the same ones that I have on here now. And so anyways, now I'm going to check the gap on them. These really need to be gapped down because we are running the single turbo swap. I think that my old ones were stock gaps. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and check these, see what the gap is on these, and I'm going to need to bring it down somewhere between 0.25 to 0.28. Somewhere through there, because the problem I'm running into now after having done the single turbo swap is around 5,000 RPMs. Sometimes the car breaks up and starts missing slightly, but only under boost, and that's usually a problem with stock gap plugs on a big turbo car, if you didn't know. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and check the gaps on these and then try to gap them down, and then clean up my coil packs and the oil, the spark plug valley and the oil that's under there, and see if I can't find out where my valve covers are leaking, and then we're going to install these new ones and see how it runs. Okay, so still raining, but we're going to be out of daylight soon, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the Lexus up the road, see what the hell happens. Just got to be careful, because if the boost comes on at the wrong time, it could be pretty bad, because the roads are wet and the car doesn't have traction control. So I'm going to go ahead and fire her up. Okay guys, so we're just riding along. This car is stupidly loud. Let's just give it a little bit of throttle. Stupid loud, man. Stupid loud. But it's driving along pretty decent right now. The throttle response is a good bit better. The AFRs are flattened at 10. It's running pig rich. And yeah, other than that, we'll just keep riding along. So yeah, this thing can get kind of stupid. Okay, so still having the idle issue. For example, it didn't want to, whenever I parked it, it just died. Yep. I have no idea why it's doing that. I just no clue. It's not missing anymore. So the plug's obviously where it falls there, but the idle, I still have no idea why. And it's annoying because, I mean, this car will never be able to ride and drive fine until it idles, and it's ridiculous to me that I can't figure out why it's doing that. So if you guys have any idea, hit me up. It can't be the tune because it runs and drives fine. It's under the stock ECU. There are multiple people that have used the stock ECU with single turbos and never had that problem. So I mean, I have no clue what to think that it could be. I don't know. I can't find any vacuum leaks anywhere, so I have no idea. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe you learned a thing or two, changing the plugs, yapping them and whatnot. But I love this car. It runs and drives so fun. A single turbo 2J, it's dope. Car needs a standard, and yeah, more power. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, share the videos, please. Give the video a thumbs up, like the video, and other than that, guys, stick around for the next upload, and follow me on Instagram at mellow_2JZ, name same as the YouTube channel. Peace.